rise to welcome our academic procession and please remain standing until the Vietnamese and Australian national anthems finish.
Và bây giờ buổi lễ chính thức được bắt đầu. Xin mời quý vị đứng lên để đón đoàn diễu hành danh dự và quốc gia hai nước Việt Nam và Úc.
Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of RMIT Vietnam, Professor Gail MacDonald.
Xin chào, mong các quý vị. And regrettably, that's where my Vietnamese ends. A warm welcome to the 2015 graduation ceremony for RMIT University. I think that deserves a really big round of applause. I'd like to acknowledge the Deputy Chancellor, Janet Latchford, Vice-Chancellor Martin Bean, CBE, member of the Vice-Chancellor's Executive, RMIT Vietnam staff, student family members, Lee Quoc Vinh, who's receiving an honorary doctorate, Gunnar Andersen, who's our keynote speaker, and also distinguished guests. It is always a great pleasure for me to stand before a group of students who have worked so hard to reach this important milestone in their life, and to say congratulations to each and every one of you. And congratulations too to the parents and family members who are here with us today. I am sure that this is a moment that you will treasure for the rest of your lives, the day when all the effort and personal sacrifice of the past few years has finally paid off. At RMIT Vietnam, we go beyond teaching technical and professional skills. We help students to critically think for themselves, to solve problems, to be creative, and develop themselves personally. The success of this approach is one of the major reasons why our graduates are so highly sought after by employers in Vietnam and around the world. No matter whether you join the professional workforce, go on to further postgraduate studies, or possibly form a new enterprise of your own, the experiences you have had at RMIT will serve you well. Like all of you today, RMIT Vietnam is looking at a bright future, and we've worked hard to continually improve how we do things. This year, we are growing a more diverse and internationally mobile student population, with 140 of our students participating in a semester overseas through our study abroad program. We've also welcomed more than 60 students from around the world to come and study with us here at RMIT Vietnam. But it's not just about international experiences. RMIT Vietnam is also reaching out to the provinces of Vietnam to help create new pathways into higher education. We continue improving the quality of the student experience by developing a progressive learning environment that's in keeping with the digital age. And this year, specialized computer labs were established to support simulated trading and development of IT security. Major investments were also made to improve our infrastructure, and our Hanoi campus received an extensive refurbishment. RMIT Vietnam is branching out by offering new programs. This year we were excited to introduce a Bachelor of Business in Logistics and Supply Chain Management and a Master's in International Business, as well as a Bachelor degree Engineering in Software Engineering. To set us apart from other universities, we are working even more closely with industry to ensure that our students benefit from internships and work placements, and that our programs align with the needs of the modern workplace. But now, back to our graduates. As a graduate, you're about to join the growing community of RMIT Vietnam alumni. As a member of that community, we welcome your ideas and involvement and hope to remain in touch with you well into the future. In closing, I hope that you enjoy the rest of the day celebrating your achievements with your family and friends. And at this point, I like to give students two pieces of advice. The first piece of advice I was given on a significant day, which was my wedding day, and at that point was to stop, take a moment, and take a mental snapshot. Yes, you'll have the photos and the videos, which no doubt you will immediately upload to Facebook, but what I'm asking is that you pause, take a mental record of today, as it will stay with you forever. Don't rush through the day, but live in the moment, even if it is just for a moment. And the second piece of advice is that today, at a time that seems appropriate to you, I ask you to personally thank a key member of your family or a staff member for the support that they have given you in accomplishing this important educational outcome. I know that they will appreciate the recognition. So to you all here today, may I offer you my very best wishes for your future endeavours and congratulations again on behalf of RMIT University. Come on.
The President's Award goes to the undergraduate student who embodies all that we would wish our graduates to exemplify: high academic achievement, social responsibility, and service to the university community. The 2015 President's Award goes to Nguyen Vinh Bao.
Friends, family, classmates, parents, class of 2015. It is a great honor to be here. I would like to express my appreciation to all of my lecturers, friends, and family members who helped me to get to where I am right now, standing in front of you. I would also like to thank RMIT for providing me with this opportunity. Almost exactly 3 years ago, I remember leaving my high school class for the last time and heading to this exciting and sometimes scary world of university. I know a lot of you were nervous, though we won't admit it now. University can be intimidating for sure, but it can be also a place for growth. I want to tell you 3 true stories this afternoon. Together, they make a point that I consider one of the great secrets of life, and I hope you will remember these stories, because I promise you that you will need them at some time or another. The first secret is, if you think you can, you can. Julian Namagius once said, "Believe anything is possible and then work like hell to make it happen." This reminds me to the time when I was applying for RMIT Student Leadership Recognition Award. I had only 3 weeks in total for the application. At the same time, I was taking responsibility in numerous social projects and studying for final exams. Some days, I had to stay up late until 3 to 4 a.m. to write essay after coming home at midnight due to running my projects. I even turned the first, the second, to the 7th, 8th version of my essay into the trash bin without any satisfaction. The final week before the submission deadline, I was sick, having a high fever, while still having many other deadlines. Sometimes I question myself. It is that worth striving to do the thing, which I am not sure about the chance of achieving it. Can I continue racing with this health condition? But then I told myself, nothing is impossible. I can do it. I came back to fight for that seemingly impossible thing, and finally I got the award. My advice for you is dare to think, dare to do, and dare to act. Opportunity is always around us. Do we dare to believe in ourselves, to embrace those opportunities? Of course, to achieve the goal, we must have a long-term goal and continuous preparation on all aspects, such as knowledge, language, and soft skills. My favorite quote is, "Whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right," of Henry Ford. Instead of thinking you cannot, let's ready to embrace challenges every day, because hidden opportunity can be found in most unexpected situations, not by luck, but by persistence and preparation. The second lesson I want to share is never give up attitude. Looking back to my past, I noticed that the number of failures were much higher than successes. There were weeks that I constantly received rejection notice from the programs I applied. Certainly, there would be moments of frustration and depression. However, please do not let those negative emotions last. You can even allow yourself to be sad within a few days to release all the stress. But then, do not keep it inside your heart and force yourself to think positively instead. It is hard to believe that Arianna Huffington, one of the most recognizable names in online publications, was once rejected by 36 major publishers. Huffington's second book, which she tried to publish long before she created the now ubiquitously recognizable Huffington Post empire, was rejected 36 times before it was eventually accepted for publication. Obviously, Huffington overcame those initial bouts of failure and has cemented her name as one of the most successful outlets on the web. Last but not least, I want to emphasize the meaning of giving-receiving philosophy. Every being was brought into life for the reason, and the calling is a strong urge and inner strength to find their life meaning and make it worthwhile. Our calling is to let our world experience the effect of our life, our glory. To have the calling, first you have to be outstanding. Invest in yourself. Become the mentor, the examples of others, the candle that spreads your glory. Secondly, be aware of the world. Some were born lucky, some were not. Share some of your luck. I truly understand this philosophy when I was in Sunrise Children's Village during the 5th University Scholars Leadership Symposium in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I taught the boy a piano song. Although he was shy and could not communicate in English fluently, finally, the result was beyond expectation, which made me really proud. Playing with children in Sunrise Village, although in a short day, made me happy when I could contribute my small effort to them and really understood the meaning of care. Winston Churchill once said, "Life is only meaningful until we know how to create values for others." We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. It has been a long time, but here we are, ready to graduate. We worked hard to get to this point, but we didn't do it by ourselves. We owe a huge debt of gratitude to the following people. To our Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, RMIT Vietnam President, and all RMIT Vietnam staff, thank you for keeping things running smoothly. You are not only performing your job responsibilities, but also making our university experiences wonderful more than ever, thanks to your dedication and care towards us. We are better off for it. To our lecturers, thank you for so unselfishly sharing your time, talent, and knowledge with us. Yes, we know it's not our job to do it, but what you did for us went beyond the call of duty. It took the time to explain assignments, sometimes repeatedly because we weren't paying attention. It put in the effort to make lessons more interesting, so we wouldn't just tune out. It demanded excellence from us, whether or not we wanted to keep it. It set the bar high and challenged us to live up to it. To our parents, thank you for supporting us in more ways than it's possible to count. You helped us with our daily care, paid our class fees, and listened to our complaints. These are just a few of the thousands of ways you've supported us on our journey. As you can see, behind each graduate, there must have been at least a dozen people providing support in at least a dozen ways. The best way we graduates can show our gratitude is to make the most of the opportunity we've been given and go forward into the world with the intention of making it a better place for the generations that follow us. We pray that debt of gratitude forward. It is time to set goals for your future. Before you can do that, however, you need a vision, a dream. No matter what your dream is for the future, you can get there with the dedication, determination, and focus that you have learned while here at this very university. We, the class of 2015, are the powerhouse of innovation and creativity. We push boundaries to make this world a better place, even in small ways. Always remember where you came from, and always remember where you are going. Congratulations, graduates.
It is now time to recognise the achievements of RMIT University degree graduates of 2015. Chancellor, Professor Ray Gordon, Head of the Centre of Commerce and Management, will now present graduates from the College of Business. I would like to invite lecturers present to go to the right-hand side of the stage to congratulate your graduates.
Chancellor, I have the honour of presenting graduates from the College of Business.
Khoa Kinh doanh.
For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Executive.
Thạc sĩ Quản trị Kinh doanh cấp quản lý, Soren Peterson.
For the degree of Master of Finance.
Thạc sĩ Tài chính, Vũ Tuấn Anh.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business, Business Information Systems.
Cử nhân kinh doanh, chuyên ngành hệ thống thông tin kinh doanh, Nguyễn Hùng Dương.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business, Economics and Finance with distinction.
Cử nhân kinh doanh, chuyên ngành kinh tế và tài chính loại giỏi, Bùi Thu Nguyệt. Nguyễn Hà Phương. Nguyễn Hà Trinh. Nguyễn Phạm Gia Khánh. Nguyễn Quốc Anh. Nguyễn Thảo Hạnh. Nguyễn Thị Hoàng Vân. Nguyễn Thị Mai Anh. Nguyễn Thùy Linh. Trần Ánh Linh. Trần Thùy Linh. Trương Đức Thắng. And finally, Vũ Tuấn Anh.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business, Economics and Finance.
Cử nhân kinh doanh, chuyên ngành kinh tế và tài chính, Bùi Quang Hưng. Đặng Trần Tùng. Đinh Thị Linh Giang. Đỗ Bảo Chi, Hoàng Long Nhật, Lê Duy Tùng, Lương Thanh Quang, Mai Phương Linh, Nghiêm Thanh Ngân, Ngô Phương Cẩm Tú, Ngô Tiến Phát, Nguyễn Hoàng Bách, Nguyễn Hoàng Linh, Nguyễn Hương Giang, Nguyễn Khánh Linh, Nguyễn Ngọc Hoa, Nguyễn Quang Huân, Nguyễn Thành Trung, Nguyễn Thị Hà Phương, Nguyễn Thị Hương Giang, Nguyễn Thị Minh Tú, Nguyễn Trung Kiên, Phạm Hoàng Anh, Phạm Hoàng Nam, Phạm Quốc Hiệp, Phạm Thúy Anh, Quách Chí Dũng, Tạ Văn Việt, Trần Mai Khanh, Trần Quý Hưng, Trần Thương Huyền, Trần Tuấn Hiệp, Trịnh Hồng Ngọc, Trương Phượng Anh, Trịnh Linh Chi, Trương Phượng Anh, Vũ Nguyễn, Vũ Đông Thành, and finally, Vương Hoàng Bảo Long.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business Accountancy with distinction.
Cử nhân kinh doanh chuyên ngành kế toán loại giỏi, Lâm Ngọc Trang. Lê Minh Phương, Ngô Thị Thanh Huyền, Nguyễn Cẩm Linh, Nguyễn Thùy Linh, Nguyễn Thùy Trang, Nguyễn Tuấn Nam, and finally, Trần Bích Diệp.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business Accountancy.
Cử nhân kinh doanh chuyên ngành kế toán, An Nhật Linh. Bùi Cẩm Linh, Bùi Hà My, Chu Thế Nghĩa, Đặng Việt Hùng, Đinh Thiên Tú, Dương Bảo Ngọc, Hoàng Minh Dung, Khoa Sơn Hải, Lê Thanh Tuấn, Lương Thị Thu Trang, Mạc Trung Kiên, Ngô Trang Linh, Nguyễn Duy Anh, Nguyễn Hữu An, Nguyễn Lương Diệu Linh, Nguyễn Quốc Anh, Nguyễn Quý Thái Dương, Nguyễn Thị Kiều Trinh, Nguyễn Văn Thủy, Phạm Quốc Anh, Phạm Thanh Tùng, Trần Anh Quân, Trương Như Hoàng Nhật, Vũ Anh Ngọc, Vũ Hoàng Thắng, Vũ Thùy Linh, Vương Đức Trung, Vương Hương Liên, and finally, Vương Huyền Trang.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business, International Business.
Cử nhân kinh doanh, chuyên ngành kinh doanh quốc tế, Nguyễn Hải Anh.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business, International Business, Applied.
Cử nhân kinh doanh, chuyên ngành kinh doanh quốc tế, ứng dụng, Claudia Bonifacio.
Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the College of Business.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation of degrees. Congratulations to all graduates. Before we proceed with the keynote address, please enjoy the performance of our student Pham Thuy Yung and her backup vocal group singing the song I Believe I Can Fly.
I came to win, to fight, to conquer, to thrive. I came to win, to survive, to prosper, to rise. can do it if I just believe it. There's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. 'Cause I believe in me. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. 'Cause I believe in me. I used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but an awful song. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I believe I can fly. I can fly.
Our keynote address today is to be given by Mr. Gunnar Andersen, Country Director of Vietnam for Save the Children. Gunnar has been working in Save the Children in various roles for 13 years in Norway, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka and Cambodia, interrupted by 5 years as Secretary General of Care International Norway. Many of these roles have involved extensive external networking and cooperation with the United Nations, the European Union and bilateral donors. Please welcome Mr. Gunnar Andersen.
A big congratulations on the milestone of graduation. Indeed, a great day for you. And I really hope you will fully enjoy this day. And I encourage you to enjoy this day, to celebrate this day of success. Because this day will never come back. You will have many milestones and graduations in your lives, but college graduation only comes one time. And also use today to thank your parents, teachers, professors, friends, for you having reached this far. Enjoy the day, and tomorrow, or maybe day after tomorrow, you can start thinking about the days after tomorrow. Today, you get your certificates for hard work and for passing your exams. That is very, very well deserved. But it also is a diploma, a license for the learning you take with you and for the next steps in your young lives. The next steps of learning and finding the answer to the question, the big question maybe, where do I go from here? The answer you have to that question is probably as varied as all of you students are different individuals. Some of you know, some of you have a clear plan. Others, you might have a vague idea about where you want to go. But some of you, just like myself when I was at your age, I had no clue where I wanted to go. I have a daughter, just about your age. She's 23 years old. And one day, quite recently, she said on Skype to me, "Papa, I did learn quite a lot in college, but maybe most important was what I learned about myself, being with my friends." What she meant, I think, was also that school or university teaches you math, language, physics, and so on. But what you do outside the classroom can be just as important as what you do inside the classroom. From now on, for most of you, maybe, your life will be outside the classroom. And when I was at that point, honestly, I did not know what to do. I have, however, been very lucky. I was a rather nosy young man, much too curious, my father thought, and he urged me to continue studies and pursue a career as a professor. But honestly, I'm not the professor type. Never was and probably never will be. But I did like reading. I read a lot from when I was a little boy. But what I liked to read about was about people, about discovery, about dangerous journeys to faraway places. I wanted so much to go to and discover other places, meet new people and other cultures. And I was lucky. When I was in my late 20s, I was fortunate enough to be accepted to a position, junior position, in an African country. And since then, I never, ever looked back. It has taken me on a professional journey, and it brought me to some of the places I always wanted to experience. Countries like Tanzania, Zambia, Afghanistan, Nepal, and a few other countries. A wealth of discoveries, some dangers, but mostly a tremendous privilege in terms of learning and experiencing the wonderful variety life has to offer also outside the classrooms. Quite quickly, I moved into management, and many of you today, you have graduated in studies relating a lot to management. And over the last about 30 years is longer than most of you students so far have lived, I ended up doing management work and management jobs. And I've been in charge of Save the Children offices in a few countries, and also for other organizations. Now, what is management? It can be a lot about strategies, systems and structures and so on, and I'm sure you have read thick books about those issues, those of you who studied management. But at the end of the day, it's about people. Individuals and groups of people, how they work and the work they do together, and how we together can best reach our objectives. I found out that I was okay, maybe quite good at working with people from different places and in different situations. It inspires me working with people, particularly young people, and I love seeing young people working together and doing well. And in addition, when you work in the humanitarian sector, as you do when you work with Save the Children, I see that happen quite a lot. Young people making tremendous efforts to reach our objectives. And that makes me happy. And when I see some of the programs we do, when I can see that we can make a family have a more healthy life, see a child entering school, maybe one day coming to the level where you are today. It's been a privilege to work with these humanitarian organizations because it gives your life a sense of purpose and fulfillment. As I said, I've been lucky, very lucky. I will probably, as I never became a professor, I will probably never ever also be rich. But at least at the age of 64, I'm not yet rich, so I guess the prospects are meager. But I can look back at a very varied and rich working life after I graduated. And I believe the reason I feel lucky was not only because I had good luck, but I was able to find my place in professional life where I was able to work both with what I loved the most and what I thought I was reasonably good at doing. I believe a fulfilling professional life is most often found at the juncture of what you love and what you're good at. I was very lucky to find that intersection. So on this day, I will encourage you to think about this when you plan for the days tomorrow and for your future. Find out what you really, really like to do and what you love to do and what you are good at doing. So if you find that space, you should grab it and you should go for it. If you find that combination, you can be pretty sure that you will have both a fulfilling and a successful professional career. In closing, I'll give you one more piece of advice. You might not find this juncture between what you are good at doing and what you love doing tomorrow. Maybe you won't find it next week, maybe not even next year. And it could take time. A very famous quote by Ho Chi Minh, it goes like this: "To reap a return in 10 years, plant trees. To reap a return in 100, cultivate the people." So the advice from our Uncle Ho is be a bit patient. Keep on cultivating yourself. Seek new knowledge. Be curious. Read books. Search the internet. Ask questions. And I'm sure you will find this juncture, this intersection, where what you love will meet what you will be good at doing. Today we have reached one intersection, another juncture, your university graduation. As mentioned, the rest of your life will be full of graduations, both privately and professionally. I want to wish you the best. Good luck with the choices you make, wherever you choose to go from here. And do not forget, the different graduations only come one at a time. Always, always like today, remember to celebrate them. Congratulations and good luck to you.
Thank you, Mr. Gunnar Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, following a short video, the Vice-Chancellor and President of RMIT University, Martin Bean, CBE, will deliver the closing address.
Getting you ready for work and life is about giving you something backed by your university that you can take to whoever you need to prove that you are ready in life for work, and they will trust it, they will believe in it, and that will give you your return on learning.
As long as you are an authentic version of yourself and you want to be heard, there's always someone who's going to listen.
We're so close to industry, we're so close to art and culture, and it just makes RMIT such a unique space.
Having lecturers from industry being able to sort of sit down with you and have a chat about what it's really like, not just going off what textbooks say.
I know university is not just about academics, it's an entirely new social aspect.
I enjoy working at RMIT because I genuinely feel that I am part of something that's transformative.
I've had some really great tutors and lecturers who are so into what they do that you just get really excited about what you're learning.
I realise that the engagement through the Shape RMIT project has been about building the strategic goals, but I think perhaps one of the biggest benefits has been the development of a sense of community. We are all staff, students, other stakeholders connected to RMIT. The Shape RMIT project has made that concrete.
If I hadn't done this course, it probably never would have done a course. I'm very passionate about my music, so I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. So I did, and here I am, and 1 year later it's all going pretty well.
It could be quite confronting opening up and actually saying, give us the good, the bad and the ugly. And I think RMIT's actually embraced what its students have to say.
The whole idea of us, maintaining or positioning ourselves in 2020 is about, creativity, inspiration. It's about awareness in the community.
I think the second you get involved in anything at RMIT, 1,000 opportunities open up for you.
Well, before I came here, I didn't believe that I could be a practicing artist and just get by doing that, but being at RMIT has given me hope.
I would love to see a culture that is more about embracing and celebrating our differences rather than dividing the pie between all of us. We can all just have one beautiful big pie.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Big round of applause. Celebrate time. All right, a few congratulations and thank yous. Bao, where are you, our award winner, our presidential award winner? Where are you? Stick your hand in the air. Where is he? Stand up, let's give him a round of applause. Lovely speech. Thank you, congratulations. A big honor and a wonderful presentation. And of course, Mr. Le Wok Vin. What a wonderful speech, and congratulations to you. We are so very honored that you are now one of our graduates here, one of our honorary graduates at RMIT. A big round of applause for our new doctor. A wonderful speech. And Mr. Gunnar Anderson, thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. And despite the fact that you said that professors will be wealthy, I think, which many are shocked at on the stage here today, I think you truly have lived a very rich life and changed the world for so many people. And thank you for sharing that. And graduates, let's be inspired by the life that Gunnar has led, a life of sacrifice to others, but richness for himself. Let's give another big round of applause. All right, and of course, I'd like to welcome representatives of local and international high schools that are here today. It's wonderful to have you with us. And of course, most importantly, our graduates, congratulations. And of course, all of your wonderful friends and family who literally are surrounding us here today, because this is a special day for everyone, an incredibly special day, and you are going to remember it for the rest of your life, because it's a massive personal achievement. And that goes for all of you, undergrad, postgrad, part-time, full-time, honorary, local, international. We've even got a few from Melbourne here in the front row that have come and joined us here today that studied there. I know that for many of you, you completed your studies while overcoming tremendous obstacles along the way. And to me, that makes you truly inspiring, and your success is a really wonderful accomplishment worthy of this large audience and this beautiful house in which we get to celebrate today. And today is all about the joy of education. You've heard it in every one of the speeches today. But I would like to celebrate the RMIT way, because guess what? No more essays, assignments, and exams. Let's give that a round of applause. At least for today, okay? You know, we've absolutely loved having you at RMIT Vietnam. You, the students, are the life of our university here. And we're confident that we've given you now the knowledge and skills you need to get your career underway. And we wish you every possible success. And I want to give my personal thanks to you and your families for trusting us to give you those knowledge and skills that you'll need and will pay off for you for the rest of your life. This year's meant a lot to me. It's been my first year as Vice Chancellor, and what's made the role so exciting and wonderful for me has been the enthusiasm that you've brought to our campuses all over the world, not just here in Vietnam. It makes RMIT such a joyous, enriching place in which to live and learn. It's also been a year where we're starting to reshape the future of RMIT for the next 5 years. That's what the video was all about. And I want to particularly thank my wonderful staff and all of you that took the time to feed into that process, sharing your experience and your knowledge to help us design a better university for the future. You've left a legacy for all to follow. And you know what? I think that's great, because I think it's an incredibly exciting time to be alive. The technologies now available to you are creating such a rich and amazing set of career opportunities. The education you've received can now take you anywhere in the world to do what you've always wanted to do. And for many of you, that may mean starting your own business. But no matter where you go and what you do, you'll always be a member of RMIT University. And I want you to remember that. And I want you to remember it with pride. We're a university with a great history, almost 130 years, in fact. And the qualification you've received from us, I know, will serve you well. But as you've heard from two of our speakers today, it really is just the beginning of your lifelong educational journey. In a world of ceaseless change, adaptability, that's your best friend. It's not just the technical knowledge you've received from us that employers need and the world around you needs. It's your creativity and it's your moral purpose. So put your education to best use. I'm going to resist the obvious temptation to hand out lots of boring advice. You all know what you've got to do. But I will say this: never stop learning, never stop traveling. Never lose the concern for the planet and the people on it that you've displayed in your time here at RMIT. Most of all, try to stay edgy. Don't just accept the old ways of doing things. That's of crucial importance because guess what? It's your planet now. Your generation has just inherited it. So care for it much better than my generation did by staying true to the ideals and dreams that brought you to RMIT in the first place. Having studied with us in RMIT Vietnam, you are now a member of the university for life. That's what being an alumnus actually means, being a member. So don't be a stranger. Please get involved in our alumni networks. You're welcome back anytime as a friend, a student, perhaps one day a mentor, a teacher, or even an employer of a new generation of RMIT Vietnam undergraduates. Now, one last time, one last instruction. Can I ask all of our graduates to stand up for me? All of our graduates. Stand up. Now just take a moment, find your family in the room if you have them. See if you can spot them. Take a minute, look for them. Now give them a big wave and let's get them a big round of applause. Well done, everybody. Take a seat. Good job. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honor and a privilege to share your special day. I wish you great success for the future graduates. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the removal of the mace and the exit of the academic procession.
Gentlemen, please remain in your seats for some minutes while the graduates take photos with the academic procession.
Đã ngồi chờ và bây giờ xin mời quý vị ngồi lận nán lại trong khán phòng để cho đoàn diễu hành chụp ảnh lưu niệm cùng sinh viên. Khán phòng sẽ được mở sau khi các tân khoa chụp ảnh xong. Xin cảm ơn.